You may be an engineer, you may be highly qualified than the person working on the area, but he has earned or experienced by facing difficulties, mistakes in those machines for maybe last 20 years, last 25 years he is working there.
Exactly.
So he has also some knowledge gained during his work period, and one could not underestimate those things.
Right. There is no substitute to the experience, as you said.
No substitute for that. And in Kanswal especially, I know my people, our workmen are highly skilled, highly knowledgeable, and many of our workmen had helped to improve our processes by implementing many new suggestions.
Yes. Actually, I did not wanted to ask you this, Mr. Dandapat, but just now, because as you said, you were in foundry and laboratory, it came to my mind.
Yeah, I was that day I was in duty. As I said, in general practice, I used to come via melting shop after dinner. We used to discuss for 5-10 minutes there. I used to see what are the next sample will go to laboratory, so we used to prepare for that.
Right.
Like we have to arrange for the funnel, for the sample or the solutions needed for analysis of nickel, moly. We have to add something and prepare some precipitates because it was a photometric method.
Yes.
Okay, so you have to make some chemical complex in the solution and to determine it is followed the Lambert-Beer law, if I can remember, by photometric method. So by that we used to analyze. So before going to analyze a sample, we have to do some preparation.
Right.
That is why we used to come via melting shop to know what is the next sample going to reach there. And accordingly we do the preparation.
Right.
And that is the reason actually we used to come, but that day, luckily, I came directly to out.
Okay. So, let us move. Life has also moved. Let us also move to the next question also. Like during your stay in Kanswal, do you remember any inspirational people or colleagues in Kanswal works?
Many.
Can you name few of them? I mean, they will be happy to.
Actually, so many inspirational people in my life from Kanswal.
Yes, sir.
Now, it's very difficult to mention any one or two.
No.
But I can share one or two. Actually, when I was studying in ME in REC, Raukula, actually, I was asked to go to Shivaganga. There is a project called Taming Graphite Project.
Where it is?
It is at Shivaganga, Tamil Nadu. Okay, fine. Yeah, Taming Graphite Project. Because basically there are mines and graphite will be processed from the material. That was a project taken by Calcutta office.
Okay.
Now, that time, Mr. Vishwanathan was the quality head.
Okay.
He was here in Kanswal, but that period he was sitting at Calcutta.
Fine.
Now, Mr. S.K. Madhav was the head, Kanswal and Calcutta office both.
Right.
Now, SKM asked Mr. Vishwanathan to send a person who can set up the laboratory.
Right.
Means the installation of the machinery, their calibration, testing procedure finalization and training to the customer chemist.
Okay.
Now somehow Mr. Vishwanathan gave my name.
Fine. Okay.
And there is a letter came from Mr. SKM's office that Mr. Dandapat maybe sent to Shivaganga for the purpose.
Okay.
Actually my first semester exam was in that period.
Right.
So I requested my seniors that somebody else may be deputed in my place because otherwise I cannot seat in my exam.
Yes.
But those days, actually, then I was told that, see, letter is from SKM. Now, nobody dared to say or they change it. This is the fact I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So I have no other alternative but to go there.
Okay.
And because I stayed there for a month or so, I have visited there a number of times. And that time I was there for a month and I could not sit in my first semester exam. And after that I decided almost not to continue, it must be closed.
Okay.
But then one day actually KVM asked me about my progress in ME. KVM was my first boss also.
Okay.
Then I said I could not sit in the exam and it is very tough going every day to REC, coming back. My wife was there, my little daughter was also there. So I said I have decided not to continue.
Okay.
He told me, still I can remember, that if you do not continue, that it cannot be started again in this life.
Okay.
So better once you have started, you should complete.
Complete somehow.
Actually, KVM might not remember this conversation, but I could not forget those words.
Okay.
And I am thankful to him. And I decided to continue. And you believe me, I could clear first semester, second semester in one go.
Right.
All the papers. And we two, myself and Ostini, there are other people from Rautula, REC and all, but we are the two who could complete the course in right time, means after 2.5 years. It was a course for 2.5 years.
Right.
So that was one thing I can remember. Otherwise, I would not have completed. I do not know.
Any other person you remember beside KP Maniji?
Yes.
And Mr. Adek?
Yes.
Mr. Ananjana, Ranjan Mahapatra?
I can say J. Kumar. J. Kumar decided me to, or rather he selected me to continue with ISO cell.
Safety.
Because I was in ISO cell, I could study. Yes, study is my passion. And you may not be knowing, we have started once coaching classes in Miloni.
I remember that.
It was my initiative.
I was about to ask you about that.
Yeah, I took the initiative and thought that let us have some guidance to the constable boys and girls.
Yes. I remember I was about to ask you also, like those were the days when there were no coaching outside, no correspondence coaches available.
Yes.
And you have taken some initiative and you were doing some classes in Meloni, I remember.
Myself and one more Patnaik, he was the bank employee. We 2-3 was continuing in Meloni for class 9 and 10 students.
Yes, I remember that, sir.
Not only that, I have taught some of the students like Dr. Mr. RMA, then Ganguly, C.R. Chakraborty, so many others. I like teaching.
Yes, I remember. Like so many of my colleagues also, they used to go to your house for tuitions also, like Manoj Patnaik. And
that was my passion. I like it.
Yes.
And that is the reason actually after retirement, I actually continued as a faculty in a joint venture of MTech, started with NIT Rautula and MDC of Bhubaneswar. So I was a faculty to that for a year, and later on I left it and joined SMS.
Right.
But I was there.
So, Mr. Dandapat, it was really nice to know about your colleagues, your experience.
And one more few seconds, I want to mention the name of the person, Mr.
Okay.
Actually, I learned him many things from him.
Okay.
Actually, I learned from him how to deal with people. Especially the government officials. And he taught me what should be the approach towards them. What should be written, what should not be written in your official letter.
Yeah, it is very tactful to write all those things.
What should be the weightage of your language?
Yes.
Whether it should be soft or it should be a little hard.
Yeah. Drafting is very important.
And depending on the situation, demand, the mode of the tone should be decided.
Of course.
And I learned it from him. Actually, how to deal. Actually, he is a master in this.
Yeah, those words.
In ATM, I can say simply, whenever any function or lecture is to be given in different safety or environment and occasion, you just simply give him the subject.
Okay.
And you leave him. You can enjoy.
Great.
He was a master in this area. And I have learned a lot from that person also.
So, Mr. Dandapat, we have been discussing for last 15-20 minutes. So, INT has given a lot to you, and you have also given, in return, you have given a lot to the students of Kansbahal also. Now, let us move to the third segment. Can you tell us about your family and now where are you? Because this is very important. Every Kansbahal wants to know about their old colleagues. Where are they now? How are they doing? How's their health? So please.
Actually, I have one daughter and one son.
Okay.
My daughter Devasita, he has done his MBA in HR from Bhubaneswar.
Right.
Now he is working with GE, General Electrical,
as a
HR personnel in Ahmedabad unit.
Right.
There is a unit at Ahmedabad. He is working there. He is married also. She is married also. Now my son actually, after completing his MBA from SIMD,
okay.
My son Saurabh is now with ICICI and in their corporate office at Bombay.
Right.
Although presently he is working from home, but he is stationed at Mumbai.
Right.
Myself was staying with my wife at Bhubaneswar. I have a small flat at Bhubaneswar. It is little away from the main city. It is actually I decided this area considering the Kansbahal environment.
Of course.
If you come to this place any time, many have seen it.
Sure.
It is almost like a village.
Right.
Means there are greeneries, and it is little away from the main city. But I am here with my wife.
Yeah.
And yes, it's okay. My village is around 300 kilometers from here. So I used to go to my village also very frequently, but due to COVID problem, last 1 year or so, I am not.
Are you involved in some activities now? I mean, still engaged somewhere, sir?
Actually, after retirement, after late transfer, as I said, I worked with BNB as an auditor. Along with, I was also a faculty to the MTech started by NIT Rourkela and MTC Bhubaneswar.
Okay.
Now, later on, one day, you know Mr. Manoranjan Mishra?
Yes, of course.
He telephoned me. And then he asked me to come to his office. I was not knowing that he is there in SMS Khurda workshop. So then I went there one day. Okay. And he met me and then he told me that this is a new industry that was started in the November 2014, I think. So he asked me what you are doing. I said nothing, passing time. Then he said, you see, if you are interested, you can join here. Then HR personnel came to me, asked some questions, this, that, etc. Then I said, he asked me, what is your requirement? I said, see, I am a retired person. So I need leave. Because he was not in a mood to allow leave and all this thing. He said, see, I will take leave the numbers your employees are taking, it will not be less than that. It may increase. It may more.
More than that.
Yeah, more than that. And if you need, you can deduct my salary or whatever you say. But that is the basic requirement.
Okay.
Then he said, I cannot decide. It will be decided my corporate office at Noida, I think their office.
Okay.
Then it was in the month of I think November.
Right.
Then they decided not November, it was December I think. Then they informed me in the month of February that your demand is accepted, so please join us.
Please join us, yes.
And then I joined there. Behind this, actually there was some problem. Actually, I am staying at Khurda, and my institute where MTech was there in MDC, it was around 35 kilometers from here.
Okay.
And that time these overways were not completed.
Right.
And we are not expert drivers. And that time the road was too busy. There are ups and downs. So I was facing problem. Actually, one more thing I can say, nothing wrong. Actually, MDC earlier assured me to give a apartment there to stay.
Okay.
But later on, because it is controlled by government, they say secretary sahab nahi hai, wo hai, it will take some time. So why don't you stay in your own? Once I stay here, I spend some money. Then I decided not to sit there.
Right.
And that was one of the reasons why I left this study area. Because this SMS is very nearer to my stay.
Okay.
And I joined then SMS. And their purpose is fulfilled. And then Mr. Mishra asked me to continue. Because after 2 years I said, sir, आप जिसके लिए लाए थे आपको काम तो हो गया. He appreciated me. Not only he, many. This is a German company all the time. Three Germans are always there working there. So I have interaction with them. They are also very overall. They are very satisfied with my performance of guiding them to. Because it's a export industry, so they need some export licenses, some marking, say ISO certification, then government licenses, many things. So documentation, all these things, it is completed, and they are very satisfied with my performance. And Mr. Mishra requested me to continue. So I continued, and in between he left, he retired. But the next man requested me, sir, आपको क्या problem है? आप तो यहाँ पास में रहते हो. Why you want to leave us? So he also asked me to continue, and I continued.
Okay.
I continued for 5.5 years. And then Corona came and the factory closed, everything was disturbed. And because my age is more than 60, so government has some restrictions also.
Yes.
And then I decided not to go.
Of course.
And after that, last 1 year or so, I am not engaged with them directly. But yes, they used to call me whenever they have certain requirement. So presently, I am not engaged fully.
Great.
But yes, after retirement, I continued for almost 6 years with DNB and this, that. I share my knowledge, whatever mistake I have done in my earlier period. Rather, you can say I trained in L&T and I left to share my views and knowledges to other organizations.
Of course.
And yes, people have appreciated me, and I am very happy. I am very happy that I could contribute whatever little possible to others.
Great. So, I was just trying to sum up all these things, your vast L&T experience and then engagement after retirement also. And then again, your both your children are well settled now. daughter is with GE as HR, and son is with ICICI. So in a sense, it gives a lot of sense of satisfaction that after working in L&T, you have carved your life very nicely, and even your children are well settled. So we have come to the last of our talk show here now. So any message or any life lesson you want to give to our listeners, the Kanspalites, Mr. Dandapat?
Actually, one thing I want to share that whatever I learned in my life, one thing is very sure, there is no end to learning in life.
Of course.
See, one can, and second thing, one can learn from anything and everything.
Of course.
He can be a junior, he can be unqualified, more qualified, whatever it may be. Even we can learn from animals, the plants, and it's a fact actually.
It's a fact, yes.
And if you think that the galaxy, you think of, hardly we know anything about the galaxy details. Now you just try to understand. I used to say these words to in my training here also, that millions of living beings are circulating in their own life cycle.
Of course.
We have done a lot of research, but still we do not know the real cause of cancer.
Yeah.
Corona is teaching lesson every moment. But you see, banana is produced by banana tree only. Mango tree produces mango only.
Yes.
Likewise, so many living beings are on the earth surface, and every function is controlled by something or someone. Now we can call it God or Bhagwan or Allah or Jesus or nature or superpower, whatever way you want to say.
Right.
But something is there to control. And we know hardly anything about all these things. So one should go on learning till last moment of life. At the same time, one should enjoy his or her work to stay happy. Whatever you are doing, you should enjoy your work. Never underestimate anyone in life.
Yes.
Always help others and God will help you.
Yes.
And one thing is there, everyone is gifted by some unique characteristics.
Of course.
Everyone. And you can learn from, that is why you can learn from everyone.
So very deep and very noble thought you have given, that every creature, every person, whosoever, animal or human being he or she may be, it has got some qualities, and those qualities we can take away from me and we can inculcate from that person or that human being, nature, animals, anything like that. So, Mr. Dandapat, we have almost come to our end of our conversation here. And on behalf of our team of Kanspal Radio and on my personal behalf, I know you so well for so many years. Thank you very much for spending a valuable time with me. And all this conversation, I know so many of your colleagues will be very eager to hear and they will be so happy to hear from you. And before I say good night to you, once again, thank you very much for being here.
I feel proud to be a Kanspalite. And I also feel proud to be a L&Tite.
Of course.
And pray God to keep Kanspalites happy and prosperous. Thank you for this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good night, sir.
Good night.
कांसपाल यादें, कांसपाल रेडियो का सुहाना सफ़र जारी रहेगा जब अगले संडे एक नए मेहमान हमारे बीच होंगे। तब तक के लिए इजाज़त चाहूँगा। गुड नाइट, शुभ रात्रि।